After successful fertilization process, a series of events occurs in plants which leads to the development of seed. These events include endosperm formation and embryogenesis. Endosperm formation occur well before the embryogenesis because endosperm is needed to nourish the developing embryo. Development of endosperm. After fertilization, the primary endosperm nucleus passes through a series of mitotic cell division to form a mass of endosperm cells which provide nourishment to the developing embryo. This tissue is called endosperm tissue. There are mainly three types of endosperm in angiosperms. The first one is free nuclear endosperm. In this type of endosperm, the first nuclear divisions are not accompanied by wall formation. Hence, the nuclei produced are free in the cytoplasm of the embryo sac. Wall formation may take place in the later stages. For example, coconut water is free nuclear endosperm. Second type is cellular endosperm. In this type of endosperm, each nuclear division is followed by cytokinesis and wall formation. Thus, the endosperm has a cellular form. Example, white kernel of coconut. The third type is halobial endosperm. In this type of endosperm, first few nuclear divisions are accompanied by cytokinesis, but the subsequent divisions are without cytokinesis. Hence, it is intermediate between nuclear type and cellular type. The cells towards the micropylar end of embryo sac are usually larger than that of the cells towards the chalagal end. For example, onion weed. Development of embryo, that is embryogenesis. After fertilization, the zygote undergo a series of mitotic divisions and form a multicellular embryo. The process of development of embryo is called embryogenesis. Embryogenesis in plants involves following steps. In dicot plants, the zygote undergo transverse division to produce a structure called proembryo. It consists of a basal cell and a terminal cell towards micropylar end and chalagal end respectively. The basal cell divides repeatedly to produce a row of 4 to 8 cells called suspensors. The terminal cell divides longitudinally twice to form 4 cells. This 4-celled stage is called quadrant stage. Further, the cells of quadrant divide transversely to form a spherical embryo called globular stage of embryogenesis. When the two cotyledons develop, the globular embryo gradually assumes a two-lobed or heart-shaped structure. This is called heart-shaped stage. This stage is followed by the last stage called torpedo stage. A typical dicot embryo consists of an embryonic axis and two cotyledons. The portion of the embryonic axis above the cotyledon is called epicotyle, which terminates with the plumule. The cylindrical portion below the level of cotyledon is called hypocotyle, which terminates at its lower end in radicle. In monocots, early embryo development is similar to dicots. Following fertilization, the first cell division is asymmetrical and leads to an apical and a basal cell. The apical cell divides more rapidly than the basal cell and become embryo. In monocots, suspensor is not in a single or double row of cells, but it is less differentiated. In the late globular stage, the outer epidermal layer is evident and a group of cells on one side of the proembryo divides more rapidly. The remnant of the cotyledon can be seen in the scutellar stage of development. Monocots have a single modified cotyledon called scutellum. It acts as conductive tissue between the endosperm and embryonal axis. The embryonal axis differentiates into plumule, which will give rise to the shoot system, and radicle, which will give rise to the root system. In monocots, the embryonal axis also has a specialized tissue surrounding the shoot called coleoptile and root tissue called coleorhiza to aid the emergence during germination. The monocot embryo possesses only one cotyledon called scutellum, which is present towards one side of the embryonic axis. The embryonic axis has the radicle and root cap enclosed within a sheath called coleorhiza. The portion of the embryonic axis above the level of attachment of scutellum is the epicotyle, which has a shoot apex and a few leaf primordial enclosed in a hollow foliar structure called coleoptile. Seed can be defined as a ripened fertilized ovule which consists of embryonic plant, reserve food material, and a protective coat. Seed starts new generation when it is sown in the soil. Seed in angiosperms are mainly classified into two types. They are endospermic seed and non-endospermic seed. The seed which retains large amount of endosperm even after maturation is called endospermic seed, and the one in which the developing embryo consumes the endosperm and endosperm is absent in a mature seed, it is called non-endospermic seed. All of the monocot seeds are endospermic, while most of the dicot seeds are non-endospermic with few exceptions. Structure of non-endospermic dicot seed. When the seeds are shed, the funicle breaks and leaves a scar called hilum. Below the hilum, micropyle is present, and above the hilum, raphe is present. Micropyle is a small pore on the seed coat which facilitates entry of oxygen and water into the seed during germination. Seed coat is the outer hard structure which is variously colored. When the seed absorbs moisture, the hard seed coat becomes soft. The entire interior of the seed is occupied by the embryo and two fleshy cotyledons. In hypocotyle region, the radicle is found with its tip directed towards the micropyle. On the epicotyle region, plumule is present. The plumule has two well-defined leaves which fold over the growing tip. On germination, this will become the first true leaves of the plants. Structure of endospermic dicot seed. This type of seed are broader at one end and pointed at other end. For example, castor. Outer surface is hard, smooth and shining called testa. Inner to the testa, a thin, white and membranous layer is present called tegma. At one end of the seed, soft, white, spongy structure is present called caruncle. It is an outgrowth of micropyle. In the middle of the seed, a narrow structure called raphe is present. It contains fleshy endosperm which store food materials. Embryo is embedded in the endosperm which contain distinct radicle and plumule. Structure of endospermic monocot seed. In monocots, one seeded fruit is present called caryopsis or grain. Each grain is made up of outer brownish layer called seed coat. The major part of the grain comprises endosperm which is filled with reserve food material. Endosperm is composed of two regions, namely outer aleurone layer and inner starchy endosperm. Embryo contain a single lateral cotyledon called scutellum. Root cap protects the tip of the radicle. Plumule is protected by a covered sheath called coleoptile. Viability of seed. The ability of the seed to live or to succeed to produce new plant is called its viability. In few species, the seeds lose viability within few months. The seeds of large number of species live for several years. The oldest viable seed is Lupinus arcticus, excavated from Arctic tundra. The recent record of 2000-year-old viable seed is of the Phoenix dactylifera, commonly called date palm, discovered during the archaeological excavation at King Herod's palace near the Dead Sea. Seed dispersal. Plants have limited mobility and rely upon a variety of dispersal vectors to transport their propagules. It includes both abiotic vectors as well as biotic vectors. Abiotic vectors such as wind, water, gravity, etc. are involved in seed dispersal. The biotic vectors, like birds and animals, are involved in seed dispersal mechanism. Seed dispersal is the movement, spread, or transport of seeds away from the parental plant. Seed dispersal occurs by gravity when the fruit and their seeds fall from the tree. Seed dispersal by wind is possible whenever the seed is light in weight. It is called anemochory. Seed dispersal by water is called hydrochory. Some of the birds and animals consume the fruit and disperse the seed to the distant places. It is called zoochory.